Hey everybody, what is going on today? Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to cover my favorite cards of MLB The Show 21. Now that we've gotten almost all the cards, I'm assuming, if not all of them, I'm going to cover my favorite cards of MLB The Show 21. So you guys do me a favor, as always, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, man, subscribe. We originally had some streams planned for the rest of the week. Unfortunately, we had a death in the family, and I will be gone for about a week. We'll be coming back with streams next week on Tuesday or Wednesday, and we're going to have some videos. We'll have 3 videos here for you guys. One here Wednesday. This one, we'll have one on Friday at 10 a.m. Central. I'll have it released. And then one on Sunday at 10 a.m. Central also. All right. We'll be also covering the top 10 things we want to see in MLB The Show 22. Top 10 things we want to see in the new game. And then also we'll be covering, will the lockout or potential strike cover or affect MLB The Show 22? So we'll find out in those videos. I'll cover the whole thing. Make sure you guys understand the whole thing. But let's go ahead and jump right into my favorite squad here. All right, you guys. So here it is, my favorite squad, my favorite cards of MLB The Show 21. I have them on my main squad. I mean, if they're your favorite cards, why wouldn't you have them on your main squad? That's probably how it is for most people here. We've got 55 total parallel P5 cards here. Myself, I've got 55 of them. A lot of them are here P5. We're working on getting the rest of them done. So you guys make sure to catch me when we return next week for live streams. But here we go. And we'll work on those, getting them P5 on the grind. But for left field, man, I know a lot of people have a lot of options in the outfield. I know there's a lot of options. I've got some crazy ones on the bench. I use Mookie Betts and Mike Trout. I'll explain why and why they're on the bench here for me in just a moment, if you guys aren't familiar with how I play in the streams. But for me, listen, I love a traditional leadoff style hitter. Lou Brock has been incredible. All right. My favorite left fielder, my favorite card here of MLB The Show 21. Let's look at the stats. Look, this is online. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sit here and try to front. I bunt with him. He's a bunter. That's what you do with Lou Brock. You bunt, you get singles, you slap hit. So he has 13 home runs, 11 triples, 32 doubles, 489 hits, 1,100 at bats, batting .415. How do you not keep that in your lineup, right? That's his online stats. So been a crazy card for me. That's what we're going to show. We're going to show the online stats with these guys. And some of the averages are not as good as others, but some swings I just love. So they're in there on my squad because I enjoy them and I want to have fun with them. So Lou Brock is my left fielder. And remember, these are just my favorite cards, my opinion, my personal opinion. Every card plays differently for every person. So, you know, as long as your squad plays good for you, your squad's good. All right. That's all that matters. Okay. All right. So moving on here to center field, we're going to take a look at Ken Griffey Jr. That's my favorite center fielder of the game. We've got him to P5 here. We're going to take a look at the stats. I love this card. He's got 200 at bats right now. He's batting .350 for me. 14 homers, 4 triples, 10 doubles, 70 hits. An incredible card. He's been great. A lefty that actually hits lefties for me. If you look at the bottom of the screen there, it shows his batting average against right-handed hitters, right-handed pitchers and left-handed pitchers. He hits great against lefties at .417. So that's amazing for me. It's absolutely incredible because most lefties don't hit lefties for me. Most righties don't hit righties for me either. So I platoon guys. That's why you guys saw some of those guys on the bench there for me. Okay. But we'll take a look here. Right field now. My favorite card in right field all year, Juan Soto. I've used a couple guys out there. I used Tony Gwynn earlier in the year. He was great out there for me. I've used the Mookie card out there, but right now I have Juan Soto. He starts out there, and then I bring in Mookie if it's a left-handed pitcher. So we kind of change it up that way. But when I go to this Juan Soto card, I used his All-Star card here earlier in the year. The Home Run Derby card. When that Home Run Derby card came out earlier this year, that thing was insane. It was incredible. I never ended up getting a P5 because the fielding wasn't great on it, so I didn't use it as much as I wanted to. But the hitting was great. I couldn't wait for this 99 to come out. Juan Soto, best card for me. 291 average. The average has dipped a little bit. I tried playing on Hall of Fame. That's why that happened. But 18 homers, man. He smacks homers like nobody's business. 4 triples, even with his not great speed, but 16 doubles. So he's been pretty good for me, though. Juan Soto is my best and favorite right fielder of MLB The Show 21. All right, you guys. So moving on here to third base. Now, I know it's a second baseman. He's my third baseman. All right. So that's what I'm showing. I'm showing who I have at these positions. It's 99 overall, Trey Turner. I would have had the 98 here as well. Trey Turner, I have him to P5. We were 83rd to get him there. That was an awesome run, man. It's my second Trey Turner to get there. I love this card. His average has dipped a little bit. He was, again, is one of those Hall of Fame instances for me where I played up there. But he's been good. He hits in the clutch for me, which is really nice. Those quirks help out quite a bit. We covered a video on those active live quirks a few weeks back, and it explains all of them to you there. So check that out if you need to. But 8 home runs, 2 triples, 6 doubles. He'll probably have a lot more triples pretty soon, I figure, too. We're going to use him a little bit more as we get these final wins to get up to 30 wins here for this ranked season. But great card here. My favorite third baseman is Trey Turner. My favorite shortstop of MLB The Show 21 is my favorite card of MLB The Show 21. All right. My favorite card all year long is this Wander Franco card. If you would have told me that at the beginning of the year, I would have said you were crazy. There's no way that's happening. Yeah, man, this card is insane. I don't know what it is about this card, but check this out. 1,380 at-bats. All right, he's batting 326. Over that many at-bats, that's crazy. 74 homers, 30 triples, 75 doubles. He's incredible. 63 stolen bases. He's only been caught stealing 10 times for me. So great card. I love this card. He hits great from both sides of the plate. 323 against righties, 338 against lefties, even though he's better against righties. Doesn't make any sense, but that's just how he hits for me. Incredible. So Wander Franco is my favorite shortstop, though, of MLB The Show 21, and favorite card all around. All right, so my favorite second baseman, Ketel Marte. That's where I've had him. He's my favorite card to use at second base all year. Usually I use the Roberto Alomar card. Unfortunately, we know what happened with Roberto Alomar. If you don't Google it, he will no longer be in the game probably. But this card, I love this card, man. He's been incredible for me. 304 average, 16 home runs. This is the online stats with him. Just a great card all around. He's really good against both sides of the plate. Left-handed pitching, not as good, which is weird because his attributes are higher. Another one like this, but I'm sure he'll turn it around soon enough. But feels like a clutch card. Again, those quirks help out quite a bit. Same thing with my favorite first baseman, and it's Freddie Freeman. First base has a ton of options. We've got tons of options for first base. Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, Frank Thomas, Albert Pujols. We got lots of options, but those active live quirks help out so much with this card. Batting 317, 16 homers, very clutch card. You can actually hit lefties for me, which is interesting. So 333 average for him. But I love the Freddie Freeman card. It's been a favorite of mine all this, I guess, postseason. I was going to say all year, but it hasn't been out all year. So all this time that it's been out. The Kyle Schwarber card. This card's been out for a while. June was the Player of the Month card, the Lightning card, and I still use this card to this day to start as my catcher. I still think it's a viable option. When you get him to P5, he's got 85, which is still, it's gold. He's gold fielding at catcher no matter what the whole way. So 85 is not bad. 85 reactions, pretty decent there too. But this card hits really good. He's dipped below 300 finally, but he has a lot of at-bats, 81 home runs for me. So most home runs on the squad this year. But I platoon these guys, some of these guys right here, okay? And I'm going to show you the guys now that I platoon them with because they're pretty good for me as well. So when we come down here to my bench right here, we'll come down here to Albert Pujols will be the first one. He's who I platoon at first base with Freddie Freeman. When I face a left-handed pitcher, that's what that means, platooning. And we've got videos on that also and how you can do that with your lineup. But platooning with your squad when there's a left-handed pitcher, I'll go immediately to the bench and bring in Pujols. Maybe I'll let Freeman get an at-bat because he actually hits them decent. Griffey too. But we've got these guys, maybe if they're not hitting them or I'm struggling with them, and we'll bring them in that second time through the order. But Mookie comes in, like I said, for Soto. Pujols has been hitting okay online for me, 308. We got only one home run, but he's getting a bunch of base hits. So he's been doing great. Mookie Betts is the one I bring in for Soto. 306 average, 24 home runs. I love this card, man. Dropping Mookie bombs with this card all day. He's my favorite player in MLB anyway, so I love it. Salvi Perez, this card's been pretty, I don't know, not as good as the All-Star card for me, but I'm still leaving him in there as even a late defensive replacement there at catcher, just to make sure we don't lose any games right there. Mike Trout comes in for Griffey when he's not hitting. All the rest of the guys hit pretty good against both sides of the plate. So Trout's 271. Yeah, I haven't been great with him, but we've been decent. And then I've got this one extra spot. We've got the 99 Kenny Lofton. He's not the P5. He's the only card that's not a P5 on here. We're working on it. You guys join me for streams, like I said, as we do that. But that's my favorite one. As far as pitchers go, here's my favorite pitchers. We're just going to kind of cover them pretty quick. I think everybody's probably got similar pitchers anyway at this point. But Jake Arrieta, I love this card. You guys know I got the 1/1 P5 with this card. So my favorite one all year is Jake Arrieta. Kluber, great card. I love this card as well. He's been an amazing card for me. Logan Webb might be the sleeper card of the year for starting pitchers. That one's great. Justin Verlander, of course. I know everybody loves DeGrom. We're not putting him in this list. I just don't like him. I just don't want to use it. I mean, I like DeGrom. I just don't like the card. I've seen too much of it. I just don't want to put him in here. So Nolan Ryan makes the cut. with that maxed out hits and Ks per 9. He's been pretty good. This is my bullpen. You guys are probably looking at him here. They're all P4, and except the one P5 down here at the end that we've got. We're working on getting the rest of these P5'd here on the streams, and Clay Holmes is very close. This is my favorite reliever, though. Clay Holmes all year. This one in the Dibble card. I love these two. I don't know what it is about these. They've been great. Just amazing cards for me. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys like this. Make sure to join me, like I said, next week. But for the streams, we'll be back though here for videos on Friday and on Sunday, 10 a.m. they'll launch here on the channel. You guys enjoy those while I'm gone, and I'll miss you guys. But we'll be back. Streaming live to you next week. Thanks, guys. Peace.